All right, welcome to the Rokani Media Football. This is the football news show, and we are having a story coming in from Ben, confirming to us that Arsenal are stuck in making a decision on who striker or in which striker they are supposed to sign this summer transfer window. Because in the previous story I brought you, there are hints coming in from, or there are links or stories coming in from Italy that Arsenal really looking to make a bid of Victor Osimhen. They are still linked to Benjamin Sesko with a pending proposal, and he has gone ahead to hint on to Victor Osimhen, Gyokeres, and this other guy called Ferguson, meaning that Arsenal still has a lot of options to choose on if at all these deals don't go on as to plan. And welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And let's obviously start it off with a story coming in from Ben, confirming to us that Arsenal targeting a young profile as a striker. He said, I think Arsenal are still stuck deciding on the striker front, but it's clear that that's the kind of profile that they're looking for, as they feel is missing. Along with Benjamin Sesko, they've considered Ferguson and Gyokeres, but they've ruled out Ivan Toney. Even though we hear reports about Arsenal moving for Osimhen, the outlay is so severe that nothing is advancing at the stage on that front. It's also a long window, of course, but there is better value and slightly young profiles of strikers that Arsenal are prioritizing at this time. That's what we are getting in through from the side of Ben. When I look at Ben explaining to us about the Victor Gyokeres situation or scenario at the club of Arsenal, it reminds me of how many players are really available in this market as the center forward. Last season, there are not very many strikers on the market. There was Harry Kane, Gonçalo Ramos, Victor Osimhen. I'm talking about proven strikers, right? There are not very many proven strikers, but right now there are like 6 or 7 strikers that you can obviously come in for, and if at all you can meet the evaluation of the club, you can obviously find yourself in a situation of really finding yourself doing better and better in such a scenario. So, in such a perspective, I come to understand that this guy is really talking about how Arsenal are stuck in deciding on which strike. And I tell you, however much we as the people doing these stories have come out and really told you that it looks like Benjamin Sesko is the guy that Arsenal are really looking to sign, you get? It's not really a decision made by Arsenal that they are concretely looking in for Benjamin Sesko as their number 1 center forward. That's why you're going to hear very many stories linking Arsenal to different strikers everywhere. But the fact is, Arsenal is interested in signing what we call a center forward this summer transfer window. And don't be shocked if at all a striker is going to be the first player that Arsenal really sign in at their club. Don't be surprised, and don't really feel astonished in such a moment of time where a club like Arsenal has gone ahead obviously go in for such a player. So there are others under consideration. You get, there is a Victor Gyokeres, though it has gone ahead to go silent because of his price and him not being a proven striker, like playing for a big club. Because Sporting Lisbon, how big it is, they haven't gone ahead obviously coming through and really put in a very huge shift in there for you to obviously come in through and really score those goals and obviously go for 85 million pounds as a striker. For Ferguson, I know Arsenal really falling up to him, but the injuries he has gone ahead to have, I think, have gone ahead to put Arsenal out of this. And Arsenal is like, why should we go in for this injury-prone player that everyone knows and is a proven player? See to it that all goes on as to plan. So Arsenal is working hard and they're really making the right selection. And I think very soon we'll obviously see Arsenal sign a striker. Apart from David Raya, who is going to be the first signing, I think the striker is going to be Arsenal's next signing, because they would love to play the preseason with a striker, play all those games they really have, prepared in the preseason in the US, and one that's going to be played at the Emirates at the start of this, before the start of the season, with a striker, to see to it that they start on, or they start off a season with a banger. Because if they get in a striker that goes ahead to fit in like a glove, I think it will do better for them as the side of Arsenal. So we wait and see how that really pans out. But it's really very important to note that these players are not really coming on a cheap. When you look at these 4 players that Jacobs Ben is talking about, Victor Gyokeres, £85 million release clause. Sesko, I think, is the cheapest because his buyout clause is £55 million. Victor Osimhen, £113 million. Then this other guy for Evan Ferguson, I tell you, his buyout clause is really like 75 to 80 million pounds. That is it. So I would have to let you know that nothing is really gonna stop Arsenal from really getting one of these, and in the due course they are gonna come up and obviously put in the required benefits. And for Benjamin Sesko, why we always say that they're really so much interested in him, they've gone ahead obviously make the proposal, and there is no negotiations with RB Leipzig, because RB Leipzig has come out and they found themselves in a situation of having a bad clause of £55 million, and Arsenal is like, the moment we obviously talk to the side of RB Leipzig and the business is done, there will be no need for us to talk with the guy called RB Leipzig. It's just us sending them information that Benjamin Sesko is going to hit to agree deal with us, and we want to obviously see to it that he gets out of your club to come and join us. But for Victor Osimhen, it's still tricky, you know, and you know Arsenal is going to come up and really try to get in a centre forward this time around. And I think their hugest budget might go on to what we call a centre forward. But going on to a centre forward, that means they'll also have to bring in a midfielder. That is it. But we've always told you that for Arsenal to bring in a midfielder, it's gonna depend onto one person, Thomas Partey. If Partey departs, Arsenal will go in and obviously get in a striker. If Partey doesn't depart, Arsenal will keep themselves in the know and they really don't go for any midfielder. So it depends on the Thomas Partey situation. But if you are the side of Arsenal, why would you trust an injury-prone player? So they think that for the years Partey has been here, he's gonna keep fit. This time round, I don't see that happening, right? Jacobs Ben tells us that it's a long window, but there is better value and slightly young profile strikers that Arsenal are prioritizing at this market. And I think if you are not on this list, then you are not really meant to be for Arsenal, meaning that Arsenal will either bring in Gyokeres, Benjamin Sesko, Victor Osimhen, Zirkzee, or Evan Ferguson in the striker position. That is it. So I don't know what your thoughts are about that, but it really comes to our notice that Arsenal is really seriously looking in a centre forward, confirmed, and very many other players. And to bring you up to speed, it's not only this guy they're looking in for, or the position they're looking in for. They want a left back, central midfielder, right winger, and a centre forward. The goalkeeper, it's a matter of Arsenal completing the transfer of David Raya, because everything is going to have to be agreed, done and dusted, and we're here to obviously find in loads and loads and loads and loads of information about what Arsenal is going to be doing next in here onto our channel known as the Rokani Media Football. That's what I had for you here onto the Football News Show, and please feel free to obviously go into the comment section and tell me what you think about Arsenal stuck in a decision making of which striker they're supposed to sign, reported to us by Jacobs Ben in there for you. So that is it. Second video of the day. I promise I'm gonna be really uploading more and more and more and more, and we are gonna quench the thirst that you had since morning. Came in late, but finally I'm here to deliver to the fullest and really keep you keep you up to date on what is really happening at the club of at the different clubs that you support. And I tell you, I react to the news. I'm not the one who sources the news. I find stories written by these people. I bring them to you on the current situation. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. I'm out. The Muslim is Barakallahu Fikum.